Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Perfections video. And it appears that the wiki pages are not going to be going away. They're still going to be staying for now, at least. If they do eventually go away, I will have to, for you guys, I'll have to, translate some things and, make, a slide of the unit, and then talk about, its pros and cons, kind of like how I used to do, but, in a much more bite-sized format for you guys. And it would be easier for me because I have a very busy schedule. Anyways, his TMR unfortunately does not get upgraded, so it's not very good. It's just not an amazing TMR. You would probably just use the Dark Vision one instead. And then his STMR, of course, is very good, and I would recommend getting multiple copies of this because this has 21 more magic than the newest unit does. The Songstress one, which I believe is 100 magic but doesn't have anything tied to it. It has no effects. Whereas this one has Human Killer, which is pretty rare on an accessory. Any killer on an accessory is pretty good because there's not very many of them. Whenever I look for an accessory for killers, usually it's always still, even now, years later, it's still those two accessories with 25% or 30 whatever killer percentages on them. So yeah. Anyways, his vision card's terrible, as most cards are. I thought maybe this one would finally change, but nope, it's still bad. So whatever. Randomly 30% fire resistance, I guess. Cool. Anyways, so we've jumped again in power creep for some reason, and now we have 300%. It's only for that though, not 200% all elemental like the other rain does. But so we've jumped from 200%, which was already crazy. This guy is obviously the strongest damage dealer in the game because he has 300%. No one else has that. So, not only is he that strong, he has multiple opportunities of doing damage because he also has 150% fire amp for everybody as well. So, and it's not tied to anything, as you can see there. He has quad cast, so you can actually use this. I'm actually gonna have it like a mini rant right now, where I'm thinking I don't know if this is mathematically correct, but I feel like physical damage dealers have so many things. Oh, sorry about that. So many things that they want to do in one turn to get set for the next turn, like boosting your LB by 120 times when your modifiers are already over 1,000 times. Lightning's, for example, is 1,250 times or something like that, somewhere around that range. So boosting it only 120 times more, it doesn't seem like it's worth it at this point compared to compared to boosting your LB damage by 500% and then boosting giving yourself the amp, and then doing a weapon in peril of some kind or something. So I don't know, but he can use it because he has quadcast, so it's good. The usual imbue things, which I don't see, is that it's for this, but you would never use this. That's pretty bad. Field effect, which is nice, but we actually have 100% now, which is, I guess they might have thought that was too much to give him 100% fire amp field, and on top of that give him 300% amp. He also has this guy has literally everything you'd ever want in a unit, and especially since he's a finisher. Yeah, spoiler, he's a magic finisher, but he's a very good one. Probably one of the best magic finishers in the game's history. And there's been several of them, but he has everything in a downtime that you could do, like the buff, all elemental resistances. That's insane. All elemental resistance, 60%. Yeah, it's not 100% or anything, but 60% all elemental resistance. That's crazy. He does not have 90% breaks, but that's okay. Still an 89%, and also a 50% rod in peril, which is good. He also has 60%, by the way. Down here, only one use, I believe. One use for battle. He has Greatsword and Rod in Peril 60%, not 30%, 60%, which is higher than the 50 that we've been getting. That's just crazy. Plus, he actually can become an ability chainer, which is rare. So you could actually bring two of him and just chain, because his modifiers are 8,000. And I believe, yes, it's CWA, which sucks, but whatever. On the AND app, it probably won't be that big of an issue if you have two of them. But I believe it was 32 1,000 times modifier in this format. This is the JP format for modifiers, but or maybe just for both sides. No, I guess both sides don't exist XD, but you know what I mean. Pretty nice. 32 times mod if you have him EX1, because you need this. And then for 2 turns you unlock all of those chaining. So that's actually quite good. I think that might actually do damage because he does have store buffs. If you equip Bahamut, you get this every turn. Just like that soul unit that no one cared about, but he had that unique ability of being able to do a store buff every turn, which is this. Whenever I say store buff, I mean this. Increase magic by 300% for the 1 cast. So he gets that literally every single turn, which is insane. And what's this? 150% amp for 999 turns. Oh, so you have to equip his. Oh, wow, that's different. Oh, I know what that means. This is not cached correctly because this is a completely new thing. I saw it on the Ultima website. This is actually if you equip an Esper, not TMR or S-Teamer equip, because the cache does not recognize it because it's not been in the game before. So if you equip for example, if you equip Bahamut, you get this, which is what you would normally probably would use, because this is probably the best one, because he already has 300% amp. But you could argue the other ones because you get 150% amp permanently, which is also quite good. So this one's Fenrir, which is not worth it because it's just 5 stacks of Mirage, and it's only at the start of battle. It's not every turn, so definitely not worth it. If you equip Carbuncle, you get the light one. Ramo, you get the lightning one. Ifrit, you get the fire one, and I believe the water one is Leviathan. So obviously the biggest one that you would want to equip is the Bahamut, which you get the store buff every turn. Which you see there, it says auto cast every turn, which is crazy. So hopefully you got help in convincing you guys so far. I know I'm taking a little bit to explain this guy because he actually is like probably he's one of the more unique kits that we've had in this game so far, and I love that he has quadcast. I know mages always have it, but for this guy in particular, it's actually really good to have quadcast because he has so many things he would want to do, and you get that, you know, huge modifier. That's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and look at his LB now. He has some evoker stuff, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it just doesn't matter. It really just doesn't matter, but that's okay. He has some things here unlocked that I didn't actually look at, so let's go ahead and quickly look at what these unlock here. Okay, 87%. That's pretty standard nowadays, actually, for breakers. Breakers now have 87% defense breaks. Standard. And that's pretty nice. All 100% all killers. Pretty nice. And a small buff. That's nice. Nothing too crazy, but not too bad. So his leader skill is good. It's just fire allies. You just get this 1,500%, which is good. And then yes, it says unknown effect, but I already know what it is. It's 50% damage for world saviors only, or the saviors, whatever you want to call it. World saviors, the saviors, whatever. It's the same thing. So it's 50%, which is very, very good. But you need EX1 for that, by the way. You need EX1 or else it's like, I believe it's 30%. So if you go to EX1, you'll get that 50% extra damage, which is insane. It's much higher than the 30%, which we've already knew was insane. And now they made it even more insane. Anyways, his LB is the same as Noctis, where you can have multiple elements, but of course, you're gonna choose fire because he has the 300% fire amp. You're gonna pick fire every time. The other ones are just in case you need like a magic finisher and you just need someone, because he has multiple elements here, which is nice. This guy is very good. Like, I don't know, you can't really say anything bad about him. I'm trying to let's see if I can think of anything bad. He doesn't have a 200% amp for himself after the 300%, but I mean, he already has so much already. Plus, if you want, you can equip those other espers and get 150% permanent amp, which is insane. This guy also has fire imbue, which is this guy has so much downtime, stuff that he can do before using his LB. Which, by the way, there probably won't even be that much downtime because he's on an SLB, so you can use his max modifier at all times. And yeah, I mean, this guy is just he's gonna get. Am I gonna say it? Am I gonna say it? I know there's not a lot of people left on the channel watching, but they're probably not gonna see this. But I think this guy gets a 10 out of 10. Like he does everything you'd want. He supports. He finishes. He has imperils. He has breaks. Not the attack and magic break, but it's good enough. A field effect. Weapon imperils. He literally is a Swiss Army knife in FFBE. Like, he does everything you'd ever want. And I think he deserves, because there hasn't been very many 10 out of 10s on the channel. I think he deserves a 10 out of 10. I don't know what else you could actually say that you would, if you could have a 10 out of 10, what else you would want to have on his unit. His TMR sucks, but you'll use the Dark Vision Rod instead and just use it as TMR. So not really any worry about that. So this guy is definitely getting a 10 out of 10. Bite me. Unfortunately, we go over to the other spectrum of things, and now we have to go to the other banner unit, Snovlinka, who... Okay, so her TMR is fine for herself. She is a true dual unit, which is rare these days. Her STMR is actually probably one of the worst STMRs for a NV+A unit. Probably for a unit of this caliber at this point in the game, and we're getting an STMR like this. It's just bad. That's embarrassingly bad. So yeah, it's bad. But anyways, she has 200% fire amp for an ally and for herself, which is good. So actually, you know, if you pull both, I guess Rain also has another additional damage turn of 50% more amp than you would otherwise. So that's fine, I guess. And then she has all the usual stuff. She has this thing from like the first Neo Vision one that she had, where she can give people stuff, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Some of the stuff is just not really useful. This is kind of useful though. 75% fire imperil. Oops, I don't know why I struggle to say that, but anyways, some ability modifiers for this, 6,200 times, whatever. It's probably decent. I'll do some calculations after we read all this. Oh, this is also the thing that she has. This is the one I was thinking about, but not really worth wasting your turn on that. I like the debuff from one ally. Remove it from your tank. Remove all buffs from one enemy, which was very valuable. This is what I thought it was. This is actually much more valuable. Remove all deals from one ally is not as useful. Okay. Only 40% sword imperil, 200% killers, but only for that. She has some more weapon imperils, which is nice. Does she have the 600, 800? Yeah, she does. Of course she does. If she didn't have this, then she'd be garbage. She just... okay, so this is fine. Leader skill is fine. Fine. Actually, not... What? Okay, so you get a really bad, like, not that great of a buff, I guess, but okay. I mean, you get 30% damage at least for Swordmaster, but Rain's not on Swordmaster's ally, so that won't work. So you're gonna be focused on his, and then she's just a damage dealer, fire damage dealer, which is fine. Okay, so like. Works with lightning, but she's not fire, so whatever. I mean, I just don't see that any value in her at all. Let's look at how strong this becomes. This might save her from being useless, and it's on a 1-turn cooldown, so you can spam it. Let's see if this is actually valuable in any specific way. Okay, it goes up to 1,200 times. That's it. So, meh. That's over. I think that's 10,000 actually, but you can only use it once. 27 hit, fine, I guess. It's okay. I don't think she's special though. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really sold. I'm gonna be a lot more harsh on her because she's just standard GPS that's locked to an element number 8003. So I don't know, you could probably skip her. You know, she will work with Rain as being like a body, as a chaining body basically. You can probably skip though. I think the one you really want to go for is Rain. Anyways, Genesis actually surprisingly looks pretty good to me. So let's look at him next. Very quickly though, this video is already very long. So sadly Global will never get this because, well, we already know why. But Genesis did get NV+A and crowns. So, pretty cool. So he gets 200% firing, which is very good. Also, I think he already had the 150% amp, by the way. So yeah, I think he already had that. That's another addition of damage. And then down here, he has 400 times mod boost, which is good. So now he has 1,000 times on his SLB, which is not normally what we're looking for when it comes to him, but that's still something. And then this is gonna get upgraded, but he has NV+A stats now, so his MP should be a lot better than it used to be. And even if there's no good or no MP vision cards on the JP side, it shouldn't matter as much because he has NV+ stats, so it should still be better. Yeah, so pretty good. I think that he's very good now. I think that I might even use him because if you didn't get Rain, then this guy's kind of like a prize, like a secondary prize. And his crowns just give him some extra stats and stuff. That's fine. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. I'm gonna be doing some polls for Rain after this video, so probably like I'm obviously gonna space it out, but I want to put it on the same day as Halloween because I want them to do spooky summons. So I couldn't do this morning because the wiki pages weren't up and I just didn't have enough time to compile what the units can do. And as you saw, Rain's kit is pretty intricate, so it would have taken a lot of time. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you. If you appreciate me, just make sure to leave a like on the video. Anyways, see you in the next one. Peace.